What if one player could change Wimbledon before even hitting a single ball? Not with a wildcard, not through qualifiers, not because of hype, but because the numbers became impossible to ignore. This year, Alex Eala isn't arriving at Wimbledon as a hopeful outsider. She's arriving as one of the most watched names in tennis. And according to comments surrounding the tournament itself, her presence could draw massive attention from fans across the world. So the question isn't whether she belongs anymore. The real question is, how far can she go? Wimbledon doesn't hand out opportunities. That's what makes this story different. This is one of the most tradition-driven sporting events on the planet. Every decision is measured. Every move is calculated. History matters here. Performance matters. Data matters. And when Wimbledon signals confidence in a player, people pay attention. Because Wimbledon doesn't chase trends. It builds legacies. That's why Alex Eala's direct entry into the main draw created such a reaction.
No qualifying rounds.
No exhausting extra matches. No draining schedule before the tournament even starts. Instead, she enters fresh, focused, prepared. And that changes everything. For most players, qualifying is more than extra tennis. It's emotional pressure, physical wear, mental fatigue before the biggest matches even begin. Skipping that stage means conserving energy for where it matters most, the main event. And if recent results tell us anything, that advantage could become very important. Because Eala isn't arriving at Wimbledon hoping to surprise people. She's arriving with momentum, real momentum. Over the last several months, something unusual started happening. Her matches began attracting attention, then more attention. Then suddenly, people weren't just watching her results. They were planning around them. Fans wanted tickets. Broadcasters noticed engagement. Tournament organizers paid attention. And when interest starts growing outside traditional tennis audiences, people inside the sport start asking questions. Who is this player? What's happening here? Why is momentum building this quickly? Because popularity alone means nothing in elite tennis. You still have to win. And that's exactly where things became interesting. Grass courts reveal everything. Timing, movement, decision-making, confidence. There's nowhere to hide. Some players struggle for years to adapt. Others never truly do. But this season, Alex Eala looked different. Her game started fitting the surface. More composed, more controlled, more dangerous. And Birmingham became the moment people started taking notice. Entering as the top seed brought expectations, pressure, a target on her back. Then came the final. A difficult opponent, a demanding match. And early on, things weren't going her way. She lost the opening set. Momentum slipping, pressure rising. This is usually where matches change. But instead of fading, she responded. Her level increased. Her intensity increased. She adjusted, point by point, game by game. And suddenly the match shifted. The final became a battle. Long rallies, momentum swings, pressure moments. The kind of match that tests more than talent. Fitness, patience, belief. The deciding set tightened. 5 games all. Every mistake mattered. Every point felt bigger. And when the pressure peaked, she didn't back down. She trusted her game, stayed aggressive, stayed calm, and closed it out. Victory. Title secured. But the bigger story wasn't the trophy. It was how she won it. Because champions don't just win. They solve problems. And Birmingham suggested something important. Alex Eala might be learning how to do exactly that. For some players, a breakthrough creates pressure. Expectations rise. Attention increases. Momentum disappears. The next tournament becomes the reality check. That's what made Berlin so important. Because now she had something to prove. Was Birmingham a great week? Or the beginning of something bigger? Berlin had answers. The field was stronger. The challenge was harder. And she kept winning. Big names. Elite competition. Different styles. Different problems. Same result. She kept advancing. 1 match became 2. 2 became 3. Suddenly she wasn't surviving. She looked comfortable. That's what stood out. Not emotion. Not unpredictability. Comfort. Like she expected to belong. Against experienced opponents. Against established names. Against players who've already succeeded at the highest level. She played with calm, with discipline, with confidence, and people noticed. Because confidence in tennis looks different. It shows up in decisions, shot selection, body language, recovery after mistakes, and Eala looked increasingly composed. Eventually, her run ended, but by then, the message had already been delivered. This wasn't luck. This wasn't temporary. This was progress. That's why the conversation changed. Months ago, discussions centered around potential. Now, people started talking about possibility. Potential says, she could become something. Possibility says, she might already be arriving. That shift matters, because momentum in sports moves fast. One breakthrough becomes expectation. One good run becomes pressure. And the athletes who survive that transition become stars. Which brings us back to Wimbledon. Because Wimbledon isn't interested in stories. It's interested in results. And Eala arrives carrying several things that matter. Recent wins, grass court confidence, experience against elite opponents, and perhaps most importantly, belief. That last one changes everything. Players talk about confidence all the time, but real confidence isn't loud. It's quiet. It shows up in difficult moments. It appears when matches get uncomfortable, when weather changes, when schedules shift, when expectations rise. And this season, Eala showed signs of handling all of it. Rain delays, long matches, tournament pressure, momentum swings. Instead of shrinking, she adjusted. That adaptability matters on grass, because Wimbledon rewards players who think quickly. Conditions change, points end fast, momentum flips instantly. You don't survive here by playing perfectly. You survive by adjusting, and that's becoming one of her strongest qualities. There's also something else happening. Attention changes athletes. More cameras, more headlines, more expectations. Every interview matters. Every result gets analyzed. Every performance becomes a statement. Some players struggle with that. Others grow into it. So far, Eala appears to be growing. And that growth is happening at exactly the right time. Because Wimbledon isn't just another tournament. It's the tournament. The place where moments become history, where careers change, where unknown players become unforgettable. That stage creates pressure, but it also creates opportunity. And this might be the biggest opportunity of her career so far. Think about the timing. Strong grass court performances, growing fan attention, main draw access, momentum, confidence. Everything has lined up. That doesn't guarantee success. Tennis never works that way. But it creates possibility. And possibility is powerful. Because once a player starts believing, strange things can happen. Unexpected runs, breakthrough victories.
Moments nobody predicta.
That's what makes this exciting. Not certainty, possibility. So now we arrive at the moment. Preparation complete. Momentum built. Expectations rising. The spotlight waiting. And one question remains. What happens when opportunity finally meets belief? Because Wimbledon doesn't care about narratives. It asks one thing. Can you perform when it matters most? Alex Eala has spent weeks building toward this stage. One tournament at a time. One win at a time. One statement at a time. Now, there's nowhere higher to climb. The conversation isn't about whether she belongs anymore. That chapter feels finished. Now people want to know something bigger. Can she turn momentum into a defining run? Can she handle the pressure? Can she become one of the stories of Wimbledon? We are about to find out. And that's what makes this moment impossible to ignore. Because sometimes, the next star doesn't announce their arrival. They simply keep winning until everyone finally notices. And Wimbledon may be the place where the world notices for real. What do you think? How far can Alex Eala go? But there's another reason this story feels different. Momentum in tennis is fragile. One week you're the headline. The next week people move on. That's why the best players in the world become obsessed with consistency. Not one great match. Not one big win. Not one viral moment. Consistency. And recently, that's exactly what Eala has been building. Every tournament added another layer. Every match added another reason for people to keep watching. At first, people noticed the results. Then they noticed the confidence. Then they started noticing something harder to explain: presence. Some players step onto the court and make opponents uncomfortable before the first point is even played. Not because of rankings, not because of reputation, but because they look ready, prepared, certain. That feeling changes matches. And lately, Eala has started creating that feeling. You can see it in the way she handles difficult moments.
No panic, no rash decisions, no visible frustration.
Just adjustment. That's an elite habit. Because tennis is never about playing perfectly. It's about solving problems faster than the player across the net. And Wimbledon creates problems constantly. Fast points, changing conditions, pressure that feels heavier than anywhere else. The crowd, the expectations, the history. Every player arrives believing. Only a few leave transformed. That's what makes this next chapter so fascinating. For the first time, expectations aren't coming from outside observers alone. Now they're being created by results. People aren't imagining what Eala could become anymore. They're watching what she's becoming in real time. That shift changes everything. Because once expectations appear, the challenge becomes different. Now it's not about surprising people.